Hi everyone, welcome to Keep Calm and Crochet. Today I'm going to show you how to crochet this really quick and easy to make owl keyring. For this tutorial, you're going to need plush yarn in the color of your choice, contrasting one for the beak and white for the eyes. I'm going to be working this with a 5.5mm crochet hook. In addition to this, you're going to need 12mm security eyes, a keyring attachment, stitch marker, darning needle, pair of scissors and some fiber fill. So make sure you've got all of those components. Now before we start, if you enjoy watching my tutorials, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Let's get started. I'm going to start off with our main color yarn. Begin by working a slip knot and chain 2. This method here is an alternative to magic ring, but if you prefer working with magic ring, then work your round 1 straight into your magic ring. But for this method, skip your first chain, slip your hook in the second chain from your hook and pull up a loop to work your first single crochet. We're going to be working 8 single crochets all in that same space. Here's my second, third, and 8th. Once you have your 8 single crochets, pull on this bit of yarn to eliminate the gap between your stitches. And this brings your stitches nice and close together and you can start working in a spiral. And to do this, you are going to slip your hook in the first single crochet of your previous round. Pull up a loop from there and work your first single crochet of round 2. I'm going back into that same stitch to work another single crochet. Now when you work 2 single crochets in the same stitch, it's called an increase. I'm going to start using a stitch marker to identify the start of my round and to keep an accurate stitch count. Once you got your 2 single crochets, an increase, I'm going to follow that on with another increase in the next stitch. And stitch after that. So in this round, we're going to be working 8 increases. There we go. That's my last increase also done. Now this brings your stitch count to 16. Let's take the stitch marker off and start the next round by working a single crochet in our first stitch, stitch marker back in place, and we're going to follow that single crochet on with an increase in the next stitch. And that's your repeat for this round. We're going to work 1 single crochet, followed on with an increase, single crochet, increase, and repeat that all the way around until you get to this point. Go ahead and work that and meet me back here. At the end of that round, your stitch count is 24. Let's start the next round by working a single crochet in our first stitch, stitch marker in place. Follow this single crochet on with a single crochet in every one of these stitches all the way around. To finish this round, you're going to need 24 single crochets in a row. Once you've done that, you're going to follow the same method 7 more times to have 8 rounds of single crochets all together. So go ahead, work 8 rounds of single crochet with 24 single crochets in each round and then meet me back here. After 8 rounds of single crochet, stitch count is still 24 and this is what this owl looks like at this point. Now we are going to be closing the gap on the top, so take a minute and stuff this body up with some fiber fill. And once you've done that, we are going to start closing the gap on the top. In order to do that, you're going to chain 1 first, slip your hook in the next stitch and guide it to go through the stitches at the back as well. So if I pull these apart, you can see I've gone through the front and the back of these stitches in one go. We're going to work a single crochet here. That's my first one. Next stitch in the front, next stitch at the back, second single crochet, and next stitch in the front, next stitch at the back, third single crochet. Once you worked your 3 single crochets, you're going to work 6 slip stitches. Slip your hook in the next stitch at the back, pull up a loop, make this loop go through the loop that's already on your hook. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and here's my 6th one. And once you've worked your 6 slip stitches, you should have 3 stitches left in the front and the back, and you're going to work 3 more single crochets. So that's 1, 2, and here's my 3rd one. Chain 1 and snip this yarn off, pull it out of the stitch, pull this down to secure this in place, slip your hook in from further away, make it come out from that same stitch, loop this bit of yarn onto your hook and pull that into the body. And there we go. Squeeze the middle part, and that's the main part of the body of this owl now complete. Now onto the eyes, and for this let's grab the white yarn that we've got and work a slip knot and chain 2. Skip your first chain and work 6 single crochets in the second chain from your hook. There we go. Once you've got your 6 single crochets, pull on this bit of yarn to eliminate the gap between your stitches. And moving on to round 2, slip your hook in the first single crochet of your previous round and work an increase in there. And we're going to follow this increase on with an increase in every one of these stitches. So in total, you should have 6 increases. There we are. Now that brings the stitch count to 12. We're going to work a slip stitch in the next stitch to fasten off, and we are going to snip this yarn off, leaving a long tail. Pull this out of the stitch and pull this down to secure this in place. We're now going to grab one of these plastic security eyes, and we're going to, so where we've just finished, just near it, you're going to insert this in. Like this, and go ahead and put the backing on. And you're going to follow the same instructions and make another one of these eyes, and then meet me back here. Now on to assembly. We're going to grab the eyes and we're going to create this almost like a cross-eyed look. So putting the eyes in the center and the extra white bit is going to be on the outside. Like this, and from here you are going to catch 1 stitch on the body and 1 stitch on the eye. Now from here, once you've made your way all the way around, create a loop with your thread like this. Let's make this closer. And slip this needle inside this loop. Pull this down. And that secures it in place. So you're going to slip this needle back inside the white bit and guide the needle to go through some fiber fill and make it come out from another side of the body, and then pull this out. There we go. And you can go ahead and snip this off from here. And just like that, you're going to follow the same instructions, attach the other eye on as well, and then meet me back here. Eyes are now done. We're going to grab our yellow or contrasting color for the beak, whichever one you've chosen. Thread that into your darning needle, and you're going to create a beak like this. And you're going to do that by slipping your needle in at the bottom. So let's start right at the bottom here. This is the starting point. And then I'm going to keep about 2 stitches in between. So insert the needle on the top as well here. And then make the needle come out from those 2 points a few times. So we've got the desired size beak. You can personalize your little owl here. You can make the beak as long, as small, or as big or wide, however you would like it. So I'm just going to do these 3 strands and I'm done with that. I'm going to slip it back in to the top and then guide it to come out from the bottom here, the starting point. And there we go. Now once you've done that, you're going to tie these 2 strands in a knot. I'll always go for double knot. Be careful not to pull it too hard, otherwise the beak could go inwards as well. So from here, you're going to snip these 2 strands down to a shorter size. Grab your hook, slip it in from further away, make it come out from this same stitch, loop this yarn onto your hook and pull that into the body. Let's pick these extra bits that are just there. And there we go. The beak is now on as well. Now let's grab some pink yarn and a keyring attachment, and we're going to attach that onto this. Now in order to make this part a little bit more flat so that it sits perfectly, we're going to slip our needle in right at the center, guide it to go through some fiber fill, and keep going all the way to the top. And we're going to make it come out at the middle part, right in the center on the top here. So pull that out. And then you are going to take the needle out, thread it in the other end, and you are going to slip that 1 round above. So this is where we went earlier. This time we're going to go 1 round above, but repeating the same process. So guide it to go through some fiber fill and come out right next to this strand where that other one was coming out from. So when you are now doing this, you are going to be, let's pull this up a little bit, and then grab hold of both of those strands and pull them in gently. And by doing that, you're going to create a flatter bottom here, like this. We don't want to do it too much that it gets pulled in too far, but just slight pull will make that flat. And once we've done this, you are going to, you've got a few options. You can use your needle to stitch this on, or you can just snip those strands down to a smaller size, feed it through the loop of this keyring attachment like this, hold on to it from one side, let's move it back, and grab the other strand as well and tie them in a knot. I'm going to again do a double knot to really secure it in place. And once that is done, we are going to grab our hook, slip it in from further away, make it come out from that very same spot where the strands were coming out from, loop them onto your hook and pull them into the body. You can do this one by one, or you can do them both at the same time. And give everything a little squeeze so the fiber fill is distributed evenly. And there we have it. Those are our 2 key rings. I hope you enjoyed making this little key ring with me. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.